Paul Austin put some snap.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's up? Welcome back to the Windy 101.
Who's that guy in Mexico?
This guy right here, Tamper.
Oh shit, we're gonna kick off the next season like this because people be asking so many fucking questions. So, we're giving the option to ask questions now. If you were to go on, where are they on right now live?
We are on Instagram live right now, and this is, y'all gonna see this, so y'all see this.
Right.
Ask some questions, be involved. We're trying to involve everybody. We are a community, and we're all trying to do our thing when we do our thing. So we need y'all to help us do our thing by asking your hosts a question, several questions, because we need some
patter. Because we're gonna just keep asking ourselves questions and continue doing things like drinking and abusing flowers. So we're gonna need you to help us drink and abuse flowers too. So whatever you got, do what you gotta do, smoke them if you got them. If you're watching live, thank you, we love you. Keep doing what you're doing, because if you don't do what you're doing, we don't have anything to talk about. And if you're not doing what you're doing, we won't have anything to talk about furthermore, because I know you got mad questions. Some of you might be on here later too if you are those type of people. So if you're watching this later, you'll notice that people were live watching it, and that's just the kind of thing we do. So we some live motherfuckers.
We be out here, motherfuckers.
We out here, in here, out here.
We in chill.
Cicadas and shit. Where we going with the questions? Where we starting?
Let's start it how we start every show. We gotta find out about you.
You gotta find out about me?
About you and me.
Okay.
So,
what y'all wanna know?
What do y'all wanna know? What did they ask? What did they ask us, man? Since you guys, we're live here and there, here. We out here. I think the most important question, the first question I think people should know is, why did we start the show? Why did we do, and why are we doing what we're doing? Basically, I was drunk and I was high, and I was just like, this would be a dope concept to just interview my homies and get fucked up while we're doing it and just enjoy our company. So I hit up the homie Tamper.
It's me.
Cause he's already involved in Hip Hop 101, which is a radio podcast type deal thing that where they do their thing and they interview people. So he has the experience. The man right here, this is the guy right here.
I do things. There's 101, which means you're learning firsthand. We're gonna treat it like you just started knowing about this information, as opposed to being like, oh, everyone knows what we do, because everyone doesn't know what we do. I met someone the other day who had no idea. This person knew me as an MC, but had no idea I was painting or breaking, or that I even spun like drum and bass at raves like back in the 90s and shit. Because the people around me, when she met up with me, was like, yo, you didn't know all that shit? So I mean, you know, we treat it like it's the first day, which is why it's 101. I don't know if y'all ever went to school or nothing. I didn't.
I got kicked out.
I taught at them motherfuckers.
I went to Roosevelt High School up there in Albany Park.
Yeah.
I started there and met a bunch of writers, inspired me to do what I do, and that's what I'm trying to do. So,
what are you doing?
Doing a lot of artwork, trying to better myself, better my fans, you know, hardworking guy, doing my thing, but mostly just drawing, doing commission work, and twerking, doing a lot of twerking. It's what I do when I don't do my art, it's work.
It's time for the twerky later.
Catch me at the Pink Monkey.
Yikes. That boy nasty. I guess that's me now, huh?
That'd be you.
What was the question?
What do you do?
What do I do? Well, I'm not gonna get into what I do for a living, but outside of that shit, I rap with this label called 7 Oddities Records. Been going strong since 2000. Doing nothing but that raw hip hop. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, sometimes more. I mean, we get to be in the lab with whoever the fuck comes through and hangs out with us. We just dropped that track with Elda Sensei, which was dope.
Damn.
Which is mad dope, because if y'all are real writers, you know about that Artifacts track. And he's part of the artifacts. So I mean, it was kind of cool sitting like next to him, like chopping it up and like talking shit about things, and then out of the blue, he's like, "So anyway, who can I get a dub from?"
Hey,
it's real shit. Yeah, mostly working, making money for me and myself, and anything around me. Being a pivotal part of our community as a practitioner of different situations in hip hop, including the damn knowledge, because some of y'all don't know shit.
hell yeah.
Yeah, don't break as much anymore because my knees hurt, and I was sick of ripping out hair, and I've gained so much weight. I was like 170 last time I was fully functionally breaking as a traveling acrobatic ass b-boy. Didn't join any crews because I mean I respectfully never got in people's faces, but I mean I feel like the breaking community knows who I am because I was there and I was teaching and I was traveling with it, talking about what we do in Chicago. So I like to do that with everything else I do. I mean, some people like to give me shit about graffiti in general. Like there's certain cats who are like, that guy don't even paint, or he never goes bombing. But if I didn't go bombing or didn't paint, then I wouldn't have been asked to be in all these dope ass crews that I'm in, no matter how old they are or how new they are. I mean, it is what it is. If people don't like you, they wouldn't ask you to be around. And I mean that, like, you can hound people to be part of something and put it in your resume to do things, but when they decide to invite you to be around, to do what you do around what they do, then it's monumental. You're already winning. So I guess while we're at it, to all y'all hating ass motherfuckers, fuck you, your moms, and the horse your moms got fucked by. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also go to tampertron.com and tell me how much you hate me while you go ahead and listen to all the albums I have out and breeze through and fucks with all the people I'm fucking with on there. There's links to everything. So I mean, you know, just being a live motherfucker, being real. That's all I've really been doing, I guess, right?
Yeah, you doing it well, very well. Use a lot.
Oh, and make sure you also tune in to Hip Hop 101 Radio, 1680 AM. Yeah, you can find it actually on Hip Hop 101 Chicago at on Facebook as well. Subscribe to that shit. Listen to all the podcasts. We did a graffiti one where we had everybody up in there. It was dope.
That shit was dope as fuck. I got to meet a couple cats that I always wanted to meet, never got the chance to. But because of the show, I got to meet them. So that was pretty dope. Shout out to all those cats that were there. You know who you are.
You know what ended up happening too? Is no one got in no fights, nothing fucked up, nothing got fucked up. Everyone had a great time. There's
We
a
got
whole lot of
fucked up,
different.
though.
We got
Yeah,
fucked up
we got
though.
fucked up, though.
And on top of it, like, what was also cool, which usually a lot of times you gotta be like, hey man, no bombing within like a mile radius or whatever. But on the real, when we left, there wasn't any tags from anyone who was in the building until like the next block, which is very respectful. So if any of y'all are watching that, thank you. You kind of help keep our culture going so that all eyes can see it. I know some motherfuckers are like, graffiti is only for the people who are doing it, and you're not wrong, but at the same time, if motherfuckers are trying to get a job later and doing this shit because they see what you like and see what you do, they kind of want to see you do real shit. There's some cats who like to complain about legal walls and like chill walls and be like, that's not real, but
then they get asked to be on one, they'll be like, I'm down,
right.
though.
And then on top of it, even if they don't get asked to be down on anything, it's probably because you're whack, honestly. I mean, you can say all the excuses you want about fighting the system and doing this for you and yada yada sports and games and shit, but let's be real. If no one in the outside world respects you, then how's anyone inside the world gonna respect you?
True.
And vice versa. Like, if no one inside the culture you're doing shit in knows or respects you, how are they gonna care about what you're doing outside? So we're over here trying to do real shit so that you can see real shit and bring it back to your homies, and everyone can start as a toy and come back and be in a fucking bounce. I'm not the greatest, but I'm dope, damn it. I mean, we're over here dope motherfuckers doing dope things, smoking dope.
Dope. But yeah, and it's true, like, fuck, I get it asked to be on a couple walls or whatever, but it didn't happen overnight. Like, I had to work, I had to fucking pay my dues, I had to go show my work out in the street, and I did, you know, I put in work, and then transitioning from illegal to legal was kind of like, you get a couple people look at you like, damn, they gonna use a bomber, it's all about bombing,
right.
Fuck peace walls, but it's like, there comes a point in everybody's career. Well, not everybody's. Well, it happens, but
it just happens.
it just kind of happens. You hit some walls, and then you got to stop doing illegal because you got responsibilities and priorities and stuff like that. But you still love the game. You still love the whole art.
With some cats, it's all you do. So like, why stop doing all you do because it's not illegal anymore? Why not make money for it? Why not be in someone's crib? You know how dope it is to go to someone's crib and this shit happened. I didn't even know who the fuck they were. They didn't even recognize me because I didn't have hair anymore. But they were like, I walk in and they're bumping shit off the Black Collar album, which is like when I first started rapping. And they got like one small canvas of a series I did like back in, this was 01. So before I was even rapping, they had some shit that I had on canvas that was just on their wall while they're bumping our old shit. So when you see shit like that, think about how many people they told. Think about where they went when they were playing the shit. Think about how many people came in their crib to like listen to it and see your shit on their wall.
Yep, nothing's easy. You gotta work hard. So yeah, bro. A question that a few people want to know is, how'd you get your name?
How to get my name? Oh, we're starting with me. Okay.
Yes.
That's a funny one too, because that's everyone's expecting some wowie stories. Nah. I used to be into phone freaking. If some of you know what that is, good job. Got him.
Nah.
Yeah, I was into phone freaking, and I was putting up a certain box so that certain people can get internet off of it. So that I can get money off of it, because, you know, come from a single parent home, motherfuckers need to make paper. And I was good with fucking with computers and phones. I was better with fucking with phones, because I mean, that's just a long ass game of connect the dots. You might get electrocuted if you do it wrong, but the chances are you get 45 volts and you just don't have to drink coffee today. So motherfuckers who I was around then saw that I was breakdancing and spinning, and then I started writing the number of the box that I was placing on these different we'll just call them places where you can plug into a phone, so that we don't have to make y'all think about science. You plug them into different spots and you put a certain name on it so that the people see where it is, they plug into that, they go online, 56K, done. But yeah, back when it was 56K, I remember when you had 56K and it was like, woo, we fast. But
I remember.
So they started calling me Tamper, and then it was actually, they would just be like, it's Albert Tamper, because his whole name's Albert. So they were like, Albert Tamper, and then actually all the girls would be like, Alberto, and I was like, sweet, we're keeping it.
Alberto.
But I can't be like putting that on everything. Then I was like, I gotta make it look cool, so then I got into writing graffiti, because I was like, I need to blend it into what's already in the alleys. So I started writing Tamper, because it just made more sense, and then started fucking with that more. I mean, and here we are. So it has nothing to do, I'll even cut that out right now. It's not a biting ass name, and if it really was that big a deal, again, I wouldn't have been in all these fucking crews. Shit would have already been handled.
True.
Shout out to King 157 for standing up for me at this one fucking party where certain cats were being asses about it. I mean, because I was outnumbered, but that just means at least like, I don't know, 7 out of the 10 would have got stabbed. But you know, that's just how it goes. Gotta stay alive. But yeah, it has nothing to do with Tamper. Shout out to that guy. He's been crushing it forever.
Forever.
Since this guy was born.
Since before that.
Yeah, actually. That's crazy. But yeah, it has nothing to do with biting or trying to get a style. I mean, I know Chicago's known for the South, and the North and South are very split. So like a lot of times what's going on up North, people don't know what's going on down South and vice versa. So you'll see name repeats and everything like that from people who just don't know.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't a biting thing, it wasn't a try and do thing. I mean, to me, when you come up in graffiti the correct way, you end up learning that you can do different styles. I'm not saying other cats don't, but to me, correct means I can bless you with a style, I can bless you with a style. I can hand off a style to you. We should all be able to do that. I mean, there was once upon a time you had to do your own style, but before then there was also once upon a time when you couldn't go and do a fucking piece on a wall and do the same piece. There was that time, but here we are now. You have to do the same piece every time you get a P wall or every time you get up.
Fuck that, I try not to.
Fuck
that
all
is
that.
my goal.
Yeah.
So always come with something different.
Right, do something where it obviously looks like your shit, but like, yo, flex a different style. So that's where I come from, hence Tamper. Like, the name either means I'm stomping something out or I'm fucking with something. So fuck with me so we don't stomp shit out.
Heard that. Wish I didn't, but I heard that.
I mean, so that's been me the whole time. As long as I've known you, you've had two names.
Yeah.
You had Business, and now you're Mexico.
Mexico.
So then sometimes like, yo, Mexico Business, which is clever.
Or Biz.
Or Biz.
There you go,
A lot of cats know him as Biz, which is dope.
That I love that when like people come up randomly like to the, you know, now be like, oh, what's up, Biz? I'm like, you know.
I used to be like, it's the Biz.
And that's where my history comes from. Like, my name was Business. I came up bombing that shit with FIK. They taught me a lot about just bombing and not giving a fuck, going out there. And, you know, it kind of grew, or I mean, I got locked up.
Well, I mean, you grew.
I grew a lot, locked up a lot, and had to switch it up. And I was looking for a name. I didn't know what I wanted to write, but I wanted something different. And I was just basically just going through a bunch of names. And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna write Mexico just because it's, if you see it with style, it'll catch your eye. And then if you read it, it's gonna be like, Mexico. It's a little catchy, like, what the fuck? Who would write Mexico? And I ran with it. And here I is.
Now motherfuckers are running around looking for like a white kid who writes Mexico.
You know, I'm waiting for that motherfucker to write Trump.
I thought about it actually, like as a side name. We should just do it as like Oscar Mayos, how they just both do the same name because they're twins. You could just put Trump, but it's like a black and a Mexican.
Do it. Fuck it. Catch us next summer.
Catch us up next summer, Trump crew.
Yo. But that's how I kind of got Mexico, just kind of random. I said, fuck it, I'm Mexican, so why not? Run with it. Did my thing, doing my thing. Hope you guys like what I'm doing.
That's like when that dude was writing Negro, but he wasn't, you know, Negro.
A little dark.
I mean, he's darker than me most summers.
Yeah, look at this tan.
Look at his tan. Look at my glasses tan.
That's how you know.
Word up. What's next? Preguntas.
Let's see. What? Let's go with a question from the viewers.
From the viewers, should we start from the top?
Yeah.
Word up. Jew Kid, thanks, bro. You know who you is. Jew Kid asks. Jew Kid. Jew Killer. Who is the king of Chicago? Well, damn.
That's a tough question.
Because, I mean, are we talking about now? Actually, I'm going to do like you. We talking about now, we talking about then, we talking about coming up. I mean,
I say, okay, let's start from the beginning. Like back in the day, Civil was the king of the city, all city.
I mean, depends on where you're looking from.
Ooh, that's true. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Because like Sir and Rome were crushing all city at one point too.
True.
That shit was fun. Cress had him on the scribes like Ian did and shit. I mean, it depends on what we're talking about, man. Like, there were cats like, I mean, well, there was cats like Kaiser who was like everywhere.
Yeah, definitely
like,
King Kaiser.
Like he's yo, no disrespect to anyone else who passed, but that motherfucker was like in the first since I was alive to be called King something when he passed. Like, there's mad cats who have passed unfortunately, but none of them get like, they get the king whatever for a minute or like, excuse me, uncle something, but only like Kaiser and hell Soul Rock that I know of got the king. I mean, you know, props to Heckle, props to Cap, but like, you know, they got Uncle Heck and like Big Bro Cap, you know, but, and that's not to take away from them because they were killers too, but I don't know, there's a lot of kings, man. There's
to say one specific king to run it, no, I think,
because even as I'm talking about shit, I'm like,
it's a lot of kings out here, and not getting related, just saying there's a lot of fucking crushing motherfuckers out here, and it has been doing it since early 80s and might still be out here doing shit, you know?
Right.
And because of these youngsters, they're out here crushing shit on a regular basis and stepping it up with like colors and shadows and details and so much off a fucking highway or off a billboard. Like,
yeah, if we go new,
bananas.
if we go new right now, I'll personally just random select give Jaws like mad props right now. Like that dude's got style. He's up. I've watched him grow. I think we were in the same crew at one point, but you had a different name. But it's kind of cool to watch him grow and watch him get big and like do bigger things casually, easily too. Like there's a lot of kids who come up and they're telling you that they're the best, but they're not doing all the best they can. They're sometimey about it.
Right, because there's this, like he said, like for us to like be like, who's the king, but the king of what?
Right.
And you have to cover a lot, like
Because then you got sleepers like Great.
Monster.
Great's a monster, but like if I was to bring his name up with some circle of people, they wouldn't know who he is. But the other side of the world is like, yeah, the kid's nuts.
Yep.
So it's kind of a hard one right now in such a diverse and big city that we are. Chicago goes strong. Big ass shoulders gotta hold up all this shit we doing.
A lot of shit.
Yeah. A lot of shit. What else we got?
Fucking shit.
What else is on there? Pick it up. What got you introduced to graffiti? Is that the same as that? Alright, the next one from the same motherfucker. Where'd you guys grow up? You gotta say it like that. Where'd you guys grow up?
Well, I grew up in the mean streets of Albany Park.
Compton. I'm just kidding.
I started off in Albany Park. Fucking went to local elementary school, stayed in the hood, kept fucking around in the hood. Might catch me in the hood still. But Albany Park is where it's home.
Shout out to Custom Made. Let's see. Mainly with me, you can probably tell it by this accent. Evanston, but that's because moms did a bang up job of making sure some niggas can move up away from Inglewood, LeClaire Court, Alkale Gardens, Wentworth Gardens, to live as far north away from that so that this little nigga don't do things like start selling the usuals, get in trouble with the gangs that were around where I was from, get shot or get locked up. Granted, that can happen anywhere, but
good times.
Yeah. So I guess the long short of it will be, it was Evanston, but then when all my white friends and all their rich ass families went out of town, I was back to Inglewood with my grandma. So yeah, that's it. A little bit everywhere.
Yep.
North and south.
South and west. I
got, let's see, north side told me to slap him and throw hands. UAC told me attack him and slam dance. Anywho, what's next?
Let me see. Who's your all-time favorite Chicago bomber?
Bomber? All time, that's kind of hard.
That's a toughie.
It's a toughie. Cause I'm stingy about it. I'm gonna say I'd say Name, or I'd say Soul, or I'd say Sir at one point. I'd say Tamper.
How about let's go with the underrated, like people with that are they're killing shit, but they don't get no credit. Who don't get no credit out here?
Who don't get no credit out here? That's
Stir the pot.
That's a hard one. That's I'm gonna try to do it and not be biased. Cause we're in 8 crews between 2 of us apparently.
Right. Shout out.
Actually, no. I'll say that motherfucker. Yeah, Sir, underrated. Unless you know, you know.
I know.
We know.
I painted with them.
The children know. But
children know.
Does the rest of Chicago know?
Do you guys know?
There's some cats who do, but you still have to introduce them to what you know. Shit. At one point, Emor was the crusher, and then he moved out of the fucking time zone. It's true.
It's true.
What about you?
Ooh. What was his name? T-Rex. What do you
Oh,
write
yeah.
before that?
T-Rex?
Yeah, did you write something before that?
Probably, but we'd have to think about it.
But yeah, T-Rex.
I keep wanting to say Elotes, but that's not it. Elotes too, actually.
Shout out
That
to
motherfucker's
him,
getting up.
Just seen him.
Yeah, we did just see him. Who else? Evoke.
Yeah. Oh, Route 13.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites coming up. I don't know if maybe he was just in the hood, Albany Park, but I seen him a lot.
Yo, y'all remember Empower?
Yes.
Them
That's
big ass Empowers, and then it just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It was like his alarm went off. He was like, "Oh, gotta go," or she. Nah, I'm just kidding.
What happened, my dude?
Yo, if anyone finds Empower, tell them Wendy 101's looking for
Oh,
him.
I already found him. He's coming on season 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, surprise. Yeah.
Damn, I might as well fucking call Pose while we're at it.
Do it. Let's see what else. What can we touch on? I got something. What's your favorite what you call it?
I got one. Why you like Iron Like so much?
Cause it's the shit. Next question.
I need some details. I can tell you why I like Belton 64, 94, and why Red Devil was cool, why Krylon was cool, and why it stopped being cool, and why I would rather covers all for bombing versus for just painting a piece.
Well, it started when I was young. My grandpappy gave me my first
Someone play a harmonica.
I feel like it covers well. They got good colors. To me, it doesn't drip. I know I hear a lot of people be like, oh, it drips, fuck that shit, this and that. Your hands suck.
Yeah, this dude puts a lot of paint into pieces, so if it's not dripping for him, you fucked up.
So it's decent. I like it. It's fresh. If you guys want to sponsor me,
We like sponsors.
it's the dopeness. How about you? What's your favorite brand?
It depends. If I am, for the color's sake, I like going with Belton. I started painting with Belton back when I had a homie come back from New York. He was like, yo, we just racked all this paint. I mailed some to you. I was like, you mailed it to me, you're here right now. But it like showed up in my crib like a week later. He sent me like 3 cans of Belton, and I had always seen it in like the older graph videos and the mags and shit. And I was like, yo, they use the shit out that, and they tear stores up to steal it. It's gotta be dope. So I tried it, and I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. It dries quick as fuck, so it's easy to edit over. You can start cutting as soon as you get to the end. I got 6 letters, so like, as soon as I like finish filling there and I come back with like cuts and like doodads and upgrades and shit, and it's actually dry, that shit was perfect. So I thought it was just like a fluke or some shit. I went to Amsterdam and tried this paint that I couldn't pronounce, but they were also selling Montana, or the German Montana hard as fuck. So I was like, all right, I think that's cool. But wasn't there another company called Montana? So then I ended up learning about Spanish Montana. I started painting Spanish Montana because the German Montana back then didn't stick on shit. Like, if it rained that day or the next day, your piece is fucked up. So then I ended up finding out about Spanish Montana and learning the history between how they split and who might have the better recipe. So I went with Spanish Montana. Sorry. I mean, German has it now, they got it. I mean, I don't think it's a secret anymore to any paint company, but Spanish back then was killing it. So I was painting with Spanish Montana a lot hard here, like getting those Maximo cans in like avocado green and like killing it. But then the homie Pose got a fucking color with Iron Lac. So I was like, we going with Iron Lac. That's the hometown homie. Fuck it, we're doing Iron Lac. And then I started getting Belton for cheaper, so I went back to Belton. So I mean, I fucks with all of them. But if I was like choosing, I would go with Belton Molotov, or I would go with any Spanish Montana. Iron Lac is dope, but you gotta sometimes the same New York fat you used on this can might not work on that can with the same brand. That's what always fucking me up. So I mean, I guess for now I'm sticking to Belt and Molotov since they're a combo now.
True.
You'll see me being the like fancy guy shaking my can, clicking the top so I know which color it is when it
we
breaks
start
up.
walking away like this, bougie motherfucker.
Right. Everyone was like, "Oh, Tamper's being special today. Oh, you fancy, huh?" But hey, man, I come out with a fancy fire ass piece.
One stroke covers well, fucking Gucci.
Come back and do what you gotta do. Like, no matter what you're on, scaffolding, the ground, the ladder, you come back, it's dry, which makes it great for bombing too. It's dry. You can go bomb in the rain with that shit because it's gonna be dry. You might have some dots, but it'll have character just like you.
Should change the name to Dry. Yo, what's up? It's time for the Mexico 10, but today it's Mexico 5 and a Tamper 5.
Oh shit.
So, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. You're gonna answer to the best of your ability.
Are we going back and forth, or we're just like?
I'm gonna hit you with 5, you hit me with 5.
All right, cool.
So, real quick, hot or cold?
Cold.
Black book or notebook?
Black book.
Let's see, Mean Streak or Pilot?
Mean Streak. Well, it depends on what kind of pilot, but we'll go Mean Streak right now because you can't fuck that up.
Let's see, Mickey's or Cobra?
Ooh, Mickey's. What up, Orchid?
Captain or Henny?
Oh shit, Henny. Sorry, Orchid.
I didn't do that on purpose. That's
Word, Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Woo, let's go vegan or Lego?
Lego.
Lamb or beef?
Beef.
What's that, 3 already? Okay, cool. Astrofat or Rustofat? Like the whistling Russell.
Russell.
Cool. And let's see. Burner or piece? There's a difference, motherfuckers.
Burner.
Word. What you showing off? Hey. You two
So
can
there you have it.
send
There
us
it is.
questions.
Mexico 10.
Mexico 5. 2. You can also do your own, it'd be funny.
Send us some random shit.
I don't like to just say it, but I'm just saying.
Saying it.
So, what else came up? We read one of y'all motherfuckers asked, who said it? I'm gonna lean in and ask. Damn, it went all the way up.
Oh, now they're answering.
Hey,
asking shit.
What up, Igor? I see you. I'll ask that later.
Hey,
Actually, Igor asked that question. Connect the dispensary. So I'll answer it again. I personally, I'll kick it off. Fuck it. I will say it depends on where I am, where my money is, and what's going on. Case in point, in LA, there really isn't a fucking connect. For the most part, like everyone I know in LA is probably working for a dispensary or they are a private broker bringing stuff to dispensaries. So they're the plug technically, but I can't just go and buy shit completely off of them unless they, you know, acquired some other promo shit and they're selling it, or they just give it to me and I can do what I want with it. However, back here in Chicago, it's where it's not exactly in the right place for us to be doing what we should be doing with it in a government standpoint. I'm gonna stick with my motherfucking Connect because my plug is cool as fuck. I got plugs like all over the city. It's great. Like, yo, stuck at grandma's house. My cousin's looking for a dub of that goddamn, but they used to smoking that womp womp. So why not come through with the got someone around the corner. I can give them a call and it'll be cool. So stick with the plug until the dispensaries have the better plans and the better ideas than my plugs, or my plugs become dispensaries.
Facts. So me, I stick with drug dealers. I hit them up. Yo, run that 80, drop it off.
Don't do it.
You know, it's
Don't do it.
classic, man. I'm keep it throwback. Do it. I dare
Do
you.
it. Oh, you ho.
Yep.
Oh my god. This bitch. Nah, let let her live. Let her live.
Live.
You're gonna knock over the bomb. There you go. Smooth hands, smooth
There you
sailing.
go. Save that cat's life.
We got any more questions on there? What the fuck does that mean? I'll have to ask Igor later what beggar Tamper Mexico means.
Gay.
Motherfuckers are trying to rob the dispensary.
Oh shit, hold up.
That is a fat ass cat. That's why we call her Tubbs.
True.
Motherfuckers are really interested in the cat. Favorite war? Ooh.
Good question.
It's a good question.
So I don't know why she's so fat.
How fat is she?
Nah, favorite war. Damn.
Ours. I'm just kidding.
That's a good war.
That
That was a long war.
was a long war. That war had sagas.
Shit.
Goddamn. But no, enough about us. Well, I mean, shit.
AOM EDSK.
Yeah, I was gonna say the AOM EDSK is up there because the motherfuckers were throwing toilets through living room windows and shit. Like when your party is getting fucked up because someone is just of the other nature. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's a battle's a battle, and I feel you. Everything is fair. Like it's war. There's no love in war. It's when we in Chicago battle, it's a fucking battle. I don't know what the fuck you heard. I don't know what you thought it was, unless y'all actually had a time to sit down and like talk about these battles and these rules. When motherfuckers is mad and they're pointing fingers and no one's had to sit down and talking, it's gonna happen until, I don't know, and someone's gotta die maybe? I don't know.
It'll get there.
It happens. I mean, I know that's brolic and rough as fuck, but yeah,
Bang bang, chitty bang bang. But anyways,
the
yeah.
Cab scene K was cool.
That one's
That was brutal. That actually almost had someone die.
yep. Arms were broken, stuff happens.
All kind of shit happened. Motherfuckers were unconscious for like a while.
So there was AOM EDSK, CAT CMK, CMK 3FK.
Oh,
I remember that one. JK, DCM.
yo, the J4E. I almost said EDSK. The J4EK was funny.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
the recent one.
that was the more recent.
But they actually, you know what I'm saying? Like to be considered a war, you guys really have to go back and forth.
Right.
Like really be out there
Right.
bombing, stamping each other, and
You have to make motherfuckers think that the thing you're putting up, dissing the other crew, is a new crew. That's a war.
facts.
That's a war. Like, what was it like? Was it RGS in 3XD? I think it was. There was a point where you thought DX3 and SGR were like two new crews. You get them? There you go. Assassin.
Yeah.
There you go. Cash keeping it up. But yeah, you would have thought the flip of them two crews were two new crews. That was a good fucking battle. I don't know if hey. Graph-wise and just graph-wise, I don't know the details about it, but graph-wise it was dope, like all around the town to see like both of the motherfuckers flipping the shit out of each other. Like, you gotta, if you can make the other crew look like a whole different crew that you started, you're kind of winning. But when they're both doing it, get your popcorn ready, man.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, hell, join a side if you can. I don't know.
What's the dope one? Cab War.
Yeah.
What was Worm?
Yeah, Worm was talking about that one. That
That
was a good story. About like how everyone was just like up, like it doesn't stop till like motherfuckers stop.
And it was dope because they kept it grabbed to the point where they're, one of them was up there dissing the other shit, and the other guys were just waiting for them to get down.
Right.
Like, all right, either you guys are gonna leave soon or later, either or. I'm going over it.
It's happening at 8 o'clock in the morning, whether you want it to or not. That's that dope shit.
That's some real dope shit.
It's that dope. That's that fire. That fire, 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 fire. That fire, fire, fire. Okay, anyway, what else we got on the shot? We lean in some more?
Yeah.
You're jumping.
They were done with that one.
Yeah, it was RGS versus Cab. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Marsh versus Garvey. I mean, they're kind of the same. They're like German versus Spanish Montana. It's the same shit. But however, Marsh makes all the cooler shit though. Like you can get a look. You can get. I have one. I just need to get a cap. If any of y'all have a Marsh fountain brush cap, I greatly appreciate it if you donate it over, or I'll just buy it off you for $5. It doesn't make me no difference. They got a mini roller that has a fountain, like a pump to it. So like there's a button you push on this big fucking thing and it just pumps out like ink to this roller. But it's like this big, like yay fat, pause. But Marsh makes these shits where like the whole back screws off and you just pour the ink in and you can either brush tag, like it's like a giant mop, or you got the roller. Like they make a lot of cool stuff. Or like the skinny pump. So I mean, I guess for the functionality and the easy science towards who makes what for what, I'd go for Marsh. Garvey's cool too for like when you're filling up pilots and you add like other shit to it, like murder death powder or like a thinner. But we can go on for the days on that one. Hit me up if you want. We can do that.
Hit them up. Leave comments.
I love fucking with inks that do stupid shit and make life for the rest of the world hard because I was getting up and staying up. You should be able to get buffed and people see that shit bubble up with what they're buffing with and it outlines what you tagged, in my opinion. But we got any more other questions on there? Murder or homicide? You a crazy motherfucker. This motherfucker said murder or homicide. Well, depends on what quarter law we're working in. Nah. Yo.
What up?
It's the motherfuckers.
And then motherfuckers.
In this motherfucker. Anywho, I guess we should hit that shit that people ask, but we kind of skip over. We've only told it like once or twice. It's a funny story because we both got two different stories, I think. Actually, there might just be one story and then one, I think.
I don't remember shit. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. I'm an alcoholic. I drink a lot. I forget a lot. I do a lot of drugs. It's been a long ass motherfucking time.
Yikes.
So, you right though. Go ahead, tell the story. Tell people.
So motherfuckers be like, how'd y'all even meet, man? Like, Tamper, you were like UAC and FTR. Motherfucking business was FIK. I know y'all battled a bunch of times. Y'all don't even like each other.
We didn't know each other.
Yeah, we didn't know each other. I was, what was it? The first time I met this motherfucker, I was doing a show with Black Temple 21. I was rapping. I had just got all these 2113 shirts for the crew, so we were like 20 something deep wearing 2113 shirts. Our girlfriends and shit had them on too. It was great. So that when we did this show, we had a big presence, and then we fucking nigga vanished. The homie Rare was like, yo, there's a party down the street. And so like he had one too. He just had it draped over his shoulder because I mean it was hot. No need to wear two shirts to try to rep that hard. I don't blame him. But so we roll over there like mad deep, like whole lot of black folks, Guatemalans, a half a Asian and a Haitian, and we're sitting in this party. Actually, and Soul Rock was there too. That's what made it even crazier. We're sitting in this party, and you know some of our girls are playing fucking Nintendo on the floor. There's like mad people drinking over there. There's the usual motherfuckers skiing. There's mad smoke in the room. One of the twins came back and was like, yo, I think we're at a FIK party. What do we do? This is when we just like, we kind of switched up rankings in the U. So I had ranking over everything hip hop because I just didn't want to have shit to do with graffiti unless I was just doing it myself. But I was ranking at that party and it was pretty cool to be like, hey, if you see these guys, just walk up to them and shake their hands and say hello. We're in their party. Let's just have some fucking good times. I know we're clear off of a battle that was kind of rowdy, But, you know, just introduce yourself, shake a hand, say what's up, get a drink, and keep drinking. I mean, keep your head on the swivel. You never know what happens. These motherfuckers is crazy. And so are we. So everyone be on their best behavior and their best guard. So we're at this party. Like, I'm getting asked questions. Who runs your crew? I'm like, we all run it. Who runs your crew? I can't tell you that. It was a whole lot of that shit going on while we're trying to be nice. Like, I'm like, it was like North and South Korea trying to have a conversation, but they don't want to. They want to be nice, but they're not giving up any fucking information. Right. So like, I walk around and say what up to everyone I can, because that's just kind of the guy I am. I don't want anyone to think I'm the shady dude in the corner. I'd rather you figure me as your ally, because going against me in mines, no matter who it is probably going to be a problem. That's just how we built it. You should build your crews and families and friends the same way. So I walk up to this dude in Mexico. He's got a knife in his hand. And like, honestly, you ready? Should I say it? Fuck it. My man's had like a little baggie and like a knife bump. And he was looking real crazy, like, you party? I was like, yeah, we're at a party right now. He was like, dope, what you do, you party? I'm like, yes, we are at a party right now. I don't do that though. He was like, you don't? And this is when I thought I was gonna get like stabbed at a party and shit was gonna get rowdy. And we kind of gave each other what felt like a forever look. Like it was like a it was one of those. But then it was just like, all right, then more for me. Walked off, and then came back and was like, yo. And then walked off. It was funny. We never introduced each other. None of that shit. But that was the first time I met this motherfucker. Thought I was about to fucking be opened up and a fight starts at their party and it would have been a whole different story. But yeah. Then we ended up meeting years later at a TCK meeting actually. And it was like, oh, it's you. You're calm as fuck.
Yeah, sober.
But yeah, and I mean it's been cool shit. I guess if anything to take out of it, I feel like we were just trying to like show that we were over that shit. So we were just like, yo, what you doing today? What you doing today? What are you doing today? Plus we have mutual friends, so it's like, yo, see you at a party.
For sure, we did have. We do have a lot of mutual friends, and it's what got us together. I mean, the music is what, well, for my generation, stopped the beef with FTR and FIK. Mm-hmm. They brought Positive Lyrics, Dream Tech. They're the ones that came together and made it possible for us to be here.
Seven Oddities pretty much stopped the war in a sense for like the real heads of both of those sides. Right? Thanks music, thanks Seven Oddities Records.
But yeah, this has been fucking dope. Talking to you guys.
Talking to you.
Letting you guys get to know us a little bit.
And that guy.
Pokito.
And the cat.
And the cat. Shout out to the cat.
It's a dead ass cat. Oh, the cat fucking wagging his tail. Her tail. And she's dead again.
There you go. Okay, so
yeah.
Shout out to the cat.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for season 2. This is season 2. It's the beginning. Yeah. It's about to get started. Shit's about to go off.
Shit's about to defan the
There's
walls.
Gunshots going off everywhere right now.
Pop, pop, pop.
Follow us.
4th of July
on
or
Instagram.
Saturday.
You know what we do when we do the whole.
Yeah, those things. Follow that link and those links.
That's right. Follow us, subscribe as always.
Yeah, we got some great shit planned. So hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Stay with us on the gram. When you see us in public, talk. Don't.
Yeah, say what's up.
Yeah, say what's up. Give us ideas. I mean, it's for you, for us, for you.
Yo.
So yeah.
Comment. Definitely. Always comment. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We might have some merch coming out for you guys soon. Yeah. We're moving up. We're trying to do our thing. We're trying to give you guys the best show we can. Trying to give you guys some dope interviews with some dope guests.
Oh, speaking of that shit, if you had shit that you were supposed to win from last season, that shit's null and void now. Your prize is just gonna be back in the pool. Sorry. Or we might use what we put in the prize. You never even know what's in the prize. But it's done. So if we're gonna give you a prize, it'll happen. We'll have prizes and gifts and cool stuff to do, and the merch will be pretty dope. we got ideas for merch, from usable things to wearable things to just funny shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishnet condoms.
Fishnet condoms.
Coming.
If you never knew who your baby daddy was, you wouldn't now.
But subscribe, like, hit the bell, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is Mexico.
This is Tamper.
The Windy 101.
Killing your feelings with skillings, grilling the millions. Idiots really missing his son and them and they minions. These silly kiddies plead the fittest with that lip they flapping. Trust we checking shits because Telly said slap the shit out of them. Up in your crib like it's been ours, I put my feet up. Right after your party where your crew just watch you get stuck up. That shit was only practice, we still call that up and coming. All we do is show up. Motherfuckers start running, all we do is show up.